Here we go. So here I am right here. And he's checking off. He's going to check to a screen. And here I am right here. So you got to get to the ball. Sometimes you got to let them know you're there, baby. Keep it moving. That's one of my favorite ones that I really enjoyed. And you got to get there. All right, we call that step to contact, man. I'm gonna show you one more time. We call that step to contact. That's when you step to contact. And again, those are some of the things that I teach at my tackling clinics, man, for kids, man, because again, at the end of the day, step to contact. I ain't gotta dive, I just gotta get there. Step to contact, and you're hitting through the person. So there you have it, you guys. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed that, man. That was our Inside the Locker Room segment. Inside Locker Room segment. If you're a Steelers fan, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all beat us enough times, but we beat y'all a lot more too, I think. So there you go, man. That was our Inside the Locker Room series. And again, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Okay, now it's the time for an empowerment. We're going to shift gears a little bit here. We got about 20 minutes left. And this is one of my most important parts. This is one of the parts that I really enjoy. Because what we're going to do right now is the time for me to impart something into you. It's now time for you to receive something so that way it can take your life to the next level. Okay, and so the great thing about these segments are that Facebook keeps them and they're live and they get a chance. The video still stays up. My expectation of you is after these is over, share them with your page, but send a note why they should watch it. What are some things that you know that the family or friends you have on your Facebook need to hear? And then allow them to go, even if it's just, hey man, watch some video clips, watch this, that, and the other. But what I'm about to share with you right now, I think it's going to be able to benefit anybody and everybody, as it has for me. Okay, and so again, going back, okay, we talk about it. How many people out there, I'm sure, that have went through something, and there's different times in your life that you may feel that life is tough. You may feel like you're under the gun. You may feel like no matter where you go, what you do, that things. It just seems like it's one adversity after another. It's one test after another. It's one trial after another. And then sometimes when we actually go through things, adversity, we're always asking kind of, why me? Why me? Why am I going through this now? I just went through that last thing, but now I'm going through this. Well, there's a reason for everything. It's so-called purpose. There's a reason. And not every purpose we know. But there is a reason and a purpose to it all that if we're open, we can learn from and we can also grow from. Okay. And so what I want to share with you really is really something about overcoming adversity. These are some principles, just life principles. And I'm going to go through them. And then we have one of our viewers, Taylor Ann White. She's doing a tremendous job. She's going to actually transcribe this. And then I'm going to share it with us. And then I'm going to put it back in the post of the video. So that way, if you miss something, you can share it. You can see it and you can go back and revisit it, okay? And so again, these are principles. These are 10 things or foods of thought for overcoming adversity, okay? Number one, in terms of thinking about how do you overcome this, over adversity, number one, you got to take ownership of your life. I would recommend that you take ownership of your life. Because when you take ownership of your life, there's a different mentality from being a victim of life is happening to me versus life is happening for me. When life is happening to me, I'm reacting and I'm a victim. The problems that come to me is happening to me and I just got to hold it off. But when life is happening for me, that means there's something why this is happening so that I may learn, I may grow, I may get something out of it. So have understanding that you're taking ownership for your life. Number two thing is basically, there's time we got to let go of the past mistakes. We got to let them go. And in letting them go, we understand every mistake that we have. The purpose of those mistakes or what we can do to let it go is we want to basically look at it and say, what can I learn from this? What was the lesson in this situation? And that allows you to let go of your past mistakes, because if you're always a learner, a life learner, then you'll understand that these mistakes, there's a purpose for it. There's a purpose for it. I have a saying sometimes that I kind of think about, that there's no such thing as failure in life. it's only feedback. There's no such thing as failure. It's just feedback. If I'm trying to do something a certain way and I keep banging my head against the wall, someone will say, oh man, it's failure. No, it's just feedback. Because maybe I need to come a different way. Maybe I need to say it a different way. Maybe I need to do it a different way. Maybe I need to learn something. It's not failure. It's just feedback. Thank you for the lesson. Number 3, okay? We got to be mentally flexible, okay? Being resilient with the ability to bounce back. So I want you to be mentally flexible. Okay, being resilient. There's sometimes that there's ups and there's downs, there's ins and there's outs, there's things that happen. But again, being mentally flexible allows us to understand that I may think that it's supposed to go this way. But then sometimes life comes along and say, you know what, it's another way. And so I got to be resilient. I got to be able to bounce back from situations. There's many things. Everybody, if I have you to tell your story, you'll be able to say, you know, there's so many things in my life I had to bounce back from. Guess what? Being mentally flexible allows you to do it. Because once you hit that barrier, you hit something that you didn't expect, when expectations were not met, and you become discouraged and frustrated, then the ability to bounce back and be resilient is what you need to get over. Number 4, we're talking about overcoming adversity. Always be willing to learn. Be a lifelong learner and learn from your problems. Be a lifelong learner. Listen, the wonderful, most amazing things we have is audio and video. It's technology. If I was to ask you, is technology working for you or against you? Is technology helping you or hurting you? Being a lifelong learner basically says that as I'm looking and evaluating my life, I can learn from different things. I can learn from, the setbacks. I can learn from when I tried this. I can learn from relationship things. I can learn from communication situations. I can learn from physical things. I can learn from health stuff. I can learn from wealth stuff. I can learn from all these things. And when I think about technology, I say, you know what? There's so many videos out there. YouTube is free and everybody can get it. How many times are you watching a video on YouTube? How to what? How to overcome something. Or how to learn here, how to speak, how to speak so people listen, or whatever it is. What area of your life are you having the most barriers do you feel like? Then learn about it. Get some more information. Learn about it. Be a lifelong learner. Okay. Number 5, stop being afraid to fail. There's some people that have that mindset that, you know what, they won't even try because their ideal of failure. Sometimes, guess what? The ideal of failure can be greater than the experience of the failure. And so I want to encourage you, stop being afraid to fail. Instead, you know what? Use your imagination to empower and inspire you. Don't allow your imagination with the ideas, oh, I might fail, or what happened, I might get embarrassed. You got to put yourself out there. You have to do it sometimes because that's when you grow. That's when you continue to go to the next level. That's when you even have the opportunity. So why don't you use your mind to inspire you and to empower you versus being so afraid to fail that the ideal of it becomes so much more greater than the actual experience itself. Number 6, you should connect with people that are encouraging. I want to thank everybody who's here watching right now because by you connecting here, you have somebody encouraging in your life. And I hope you have others as well. Because we will go through situations. Because resistance and stress are necessary. They're necessary to grow. I never got a muscle by not having resistance training. I never got faster by not pushing against the ground and moving forward. I never, ever grew in comfort. I'm always growing in challenge. So if you want to change something, you need challenge. I heard Coach Gus Bradley say this the other day. We was talking. And he said, you know what? If I ask you, do you want to be great or do you want to have growth or do you want to have great growth? Do you want growth? If I asked you that, he said, I want great growth. Well, in order to have regular growth, number 1, you need spirit. You need passion. You need that. And then you need, if you want to have regular growth, comfort. So if you got spirit, a strong spirit, and you got comfort situation, you can have growth because you're passionate, you got spirit, and you're encouraged, optimistic, and you're comfortable. You can grow. But if you want great growth, you got to have spirit. You got to have that I can do spirit. But then you need uncomfortability. When you have that uncomfortability with that spirit that says, I'm going to go on, I'm going to move forward, then that's when change happens. That's when you grow. That's when a situation where you thought it was a failure was really feedback, and all of a sudden it gave you enough thing because you was uncomfortable to grow. Everything in life that changed, that's great, came out of uncomfortability. Every revolution, every change of the time, everything in your life, my life, everything came through the push, the push, the push. There's times for it, and we need it. Uncomfortability and spirit equals great growth. And so you have to understand that as you grow, as you are going, as you're walking this walk out. Because when you do that, there's things that you are equipped in this life to do. And you can go from there, okay? Next thing is stay inspired, man. And the way I stay inspired is I confess who I am. You know what I mean? I'm a man of faith. And so guess what? My identity is built up in what my creator says about me. And I confess it in the midst of what it looks like on the outside. I'm confessing it. And so again, confessing, talking about staying inspired, is confessing who you are despite the circumstances. No matter what it looks like, feels like, or sounds like, this is who I am. It may look like it now, but guess what? It's not where I'm becoming because my end is already finished. And I'm walking towards my purpose end. And so in order to get there, I got to go through what I'm going through. So I might as well talk about where I'm going. I might as well talk about the vision that's in front of me, the joy that's set before me as it's pulling me forward. Because guess what? That's where I am. That's who I am. I may just be going through this, but I'm going forward. I'm moving forward. I'm not stuck in here. I'm not stuck here. Guess what? I don't care. In life is seasons. I don't care how cold it is in the wintertime. How you know what I mean? How rough it is in the wintertime. Springtime is always coming. It's always coming. So I don't throw away my summer clothes in the wintertime because, hey, I don't have any need for them. I just need to endure. Get around the people that can help me endure it. Do what I need to do to learn from it and bear it and go through it because I'm going to somewhere, and so are you. Next one, okay? So, okay, number 8, live from your values and your vision, man. Listen, your vision protects your life. Vision protects your life. Where are you going? Your vision protects your life because it's going to tell you what to do and what not to do. What to say and what not to say. Where to go and where not to go. Your vision, it's out there. Do you have a vision for your life? What is the vision that you have for your life? Where are you going? And live out your values. If you haven't wrote down your values already, you need to write your values down. What do you stand for? No matter what does it look like. If I say my values are, okay, I want to be a man of character, man of faith. I want to be man of integrity. Okay, an honest man, a faithful man. Guess what? Then that should govern, and that will govern my decisions. So if something pops up on your computer at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, guess what? My vision and value will determine whether I look at something or whether I do something. Live your life from your visions and values. Live your life from your vision and the values. It protects your life, man. Your vision protects the life. Because if you was given a vision of where you're headed, and you're walking that out and saying, okay, my steps are ordered to accomplish where I'm going, then you're protecting your life. And you walk that out by your values. Okay? Number 9, last 2, live with passion. The very word passion means suffering, man. When you're willing to suffer enough for something to come to pass, now you're ready. You're ready to go to the next level. Passion is not just the energy that it takes to do what it is you do, but passion is the way you go about doing it. Okay, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Listen, they said because it was the passion of the Christ, it was the suffering, because the vision was so great out and the joy that was set before him that, you know what I mean, that what he would accomplish was so powerful. They said, I'm going to go through this. How about you? What is the vision that's set before you and the passion that you take to accomplish it? It takes passion. It takes being committed to doing something. You think about a seed that's in the ground that has to grow. It has to break through all that dirt and layers of dirt that was packed on top of it. It got to break through it just to sprout up. Every flower is going towards the sun. No matter what's in its root, no matter what is in its way, it's moving left, right, side to side. It's the passion. It's getting it. What about you? Passion. We need passion. Got to live with passion, man. Got to live with passion. In order to accomplish anything in our life. We have to. And the last one, I want to encourage you to be bold and courageous, man. Play to win and don't play to lose, not to lose. You got to be bold and courageous. It takes a step, okay? We don't, like I said, we don't grow in comfort, man. I've never seen somebody really grow in easy times on the mountaintops. But it's when we're in that valley, man, and we take that next step up. And you take that bold move. You took that, you're willing to risk everything. You're willing to risk everything to grow. You're willing to be courageous. See, courage is what you do, man, what you do in the midst of the situation. Trials, tribulation. That's what courage is, man. That's when courage comes out. Courage is when the doubts are all over here and you can't see the front from the back and you still take another step towards that vision. It takes courage. That's being bold. It's being bold. You will be rewarded. You will be rewarded. I'm sure there's so many people that's taken so many steps, you guys. You've taken so many steps towards achieving life when most people said you can't do it. He said, why do you even go there, Don? Why would you even do that? Why would you do this? Why do you do that? Your mom ain't do this. Your dad ain't do this. Nobody around you. Look how short you are. Look how much money you don't have. But guess what? I'm still going to be bold and courageous. I'm going to put a posture of confidence. I'm going to walk in the very authority that I was created in. Genesis 1:26. Let us make man in our own image and our own likeness, and let them have dominion and authority over the earth and the things in the earth. That's my identity. And that's what allows me to walk with bold and courageous. Because I got the God, I have God, and I have his word that has equipped me, strengthened me, and gave me identity to live with passion and spirit. As I said before, you guys, I hate religion. I love relationship. I love relationship. Relationship gives me purpose, gives me identity. It gives me vision, values. It gives me passion. Relationship does that. And there's one time I want to share it, man. I'm going to do one, and it's going to be just ministerial, man. And I'm going to get a chance to open it up, and I'm going to really talk and share about, you know what I'm saying, the strength that lies on the inside of me that is for all of us. That's come through God and, you know, and the creator. And there's a lot of people that don't know. And I'm actually going to be in the process of writing a book. It's called Deliver from Religion to Relationship. And the joy that you see on me, the passion, is because of the relationship, not religion, not do's and don'ts and ups and downs. It ain't that. It's about identifying, receiving the love that is already here for me. And now walking it out with the power and authority that was been put inside of me. And it's about me understanding, oh, this is my role. This is what I do. This is how I'm here to do it. And if I mess up, guess what? That he forgives me. And I can keep moving. That he sees me perfectly. And now I can keep walking. And I can walk this thing out. So that passion, that's what he was here for. That's why he came. And that's what he wants for all of us. And so again, man, you know, again, those are principles. Those things will be those things will be up there on the board, okay? Because of time, I'm not going to go into the other one right now because, again, I really feel that with what we shared, again, that's enough that I want you to kind of chew on, from there. But again, I just want to say that this is an honor for me. This is an honor for me to do what it is that we're doing here because I don't take it lightly. I truly believe that God there's a reason and purpose why any and everybody here is here on this line. Because there's something in it that you need to take away. There's something in it that is for you. And so one of the things that I share on social media, I'm actually now going to take that step where I'm actually going to start writing my first books. I'm going to be writing my first books, and I'm excited about it. While at the same time, it's nervous as well because it's almost like, well, where do you start? What do you say? You have so much you want to say, but it's not saying, it's about sharing things you want to share about. And so I'm going to ask you guys, as I put out there before, okay, what, if I was to write books, what books would you want me to write about? What areas of life, whatever do you feel that you want me to write about? And I'm going to take those things in consideration. The next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to have kind of a little time away, a little sabbatical time, just kind of reflect and just kind of sit and, and just write and pray and read and just kind of take a break. But I need your help and I need your support. So that means, so what I want you to do is, again, type in what type of books do you want me to write? Now, granted, there's so many areas, and that's why I say books, because they're not all the same. There's different things, but based off of what you've experienced so far, what type of book would you read? What would you read? These books are going to be ebooks. I'm starting my ebooks so everybody can get them and access them. And but I want to hear from you. I want to know, what would you buy? What would you read? What would you like me to expound upon with stories, with examples, with principles, with ways that are relative that you can relate to and other people around you can relate to? What is that? So please share that with me. From there, hey, what's going on, Jesse? Jesse, man, my cousin just joined in. But again, and we're actually just closing here in about a minute, man. But at the end of the day, man, this has been great. I want to thank you guys again for joining. Remember, every session that we've done is still up on Facebook. Every session. So if there's a week where I didn't do a session or whatever, or you missed one, definitely go back, watch it, read the transcript of it, so that way, again, you can apply some of these things to your life. I'm just like you, man. I'm just like you. We are our brothers and sister keepers, man. That's what we do. That's who we are. And when you embrace it, life has its fulfillment. So I just want to say thank you guys again. Next week I'm looking at the calendar. I think we'll probably do next Tuesday. Let me look at the calendar here. As you guys are leaving the session tonight, remember, go ahead and just reflect a little bit. Share with me what it is that you heard that stood out to you. Something that was mentioned that stood out to you. Go ahead and share it with the group. What was said that kind of stood out with you from there. Yeah, so we can actually go to 16th next week. Let's go back to Tuesday. So Tuesday, Tuesday we'll go ahead and do that. And, for our next Ask Double D session. And so Jetty said that is awesome and wonderful to have that faith and relationship. I appreciate this. I'm writing a book. Go get it, girl. Give that great advice that comes from the heart. And exactly. And just to know that God has put people around you to impart into you. And so when you look at that and when you know that, people saying, well, wait a minute, I can't hear from God. God's always talking. He's always talking, but he may be saying the same thing he kept saying, but it may come from different ways, different people, if we're willing and open to receive it. And so just understanding that, like I said, these are things, man, that I want to do a book on, relationship, how to discover a relationship with God, discover and deepen a relationship with Christ. Like, what does that look like? We're here. He's in heaven, his throne is in heaven. We're here. So what does that look like? How do I deepen something where I can't see him, just feel him? Well, how do I deepen that? So I went through that. And I want to share those things and how you can walk this thing out with confidence. And then also when you do go through those times where you feel like, hey, he's not around me. Where is he? I don't know. Or I'm not feeling confident. Then what do we do? What do we do? What does the word tell us to do in those moments? Why are they happening to us? And you'll be surprised to know that they're not happening to us. They're happening for us. They're happening for us. God is jealous for us, not against us. He loves us so much. He says, man, I don't want you to be out there getting all abandoned. I don't want you getting part of all this stuff. When I got so many great plans for you, and God has great plans for you as well, for all of us, man. So listen, you be encouraged. It is 8:03, and I just want to say thank you guys again for this time. Thank you for allowing me to speak into your lives. I look forward to the comments. Just hearing you guys share. This is awesome. So listen, you be blessed next Tuesday. Remember, share this with your pages with the word of why they should read it, why they should watch it. Do that. And then definitely you can tag me in it because I see everything that gets tagged, so that way I know. So you guys can go from there, all right? Everybody have a good night. I'm not going fishing tonight. If you've been watching me on social media, man, I got the bug of fishing. I caught this big Bohan red the other day. Oh my goodness, this thing was a monster red. It was 33 inches. It was over 10 pounds, man. And that thing it was cool. So we'll see from there, man. But listen, have a great weekend, whatever it is. You guys be blessed, all right? And I'll see you guys next week.